Hello, everybody. Welcome on back to Budz Talking Budz, presented by The Source. I got Shawn, I got Jared, and you got your boy HT. How everybody doing?
Doing good today. It's a busy day in the weed game.
Fantastic. Loving life.
I'm liking it because the weather's better. We're
better.
not as hot. We're getting our AC fixed.
It's nearing 420 today.
Ooh.
A lot of things to look forward to.
Let's go. So, we have a couple new things going on at the actual Source, at our business that makes this podcast run. And I wanted Shawn to tell us what are new happenings in the happening of the Source.
Well, I don't know if anybody's seen what a Budz sorter is like, but we've been in the market for a Budz sorter for, a year now or so. And we finally pulled the trigger on one. So for those of you who don't know, cannabis buds comes in different sizes depending on where it grows out on the plant. Up top, receiving a lot of sun, you get them big, can even be fist-sized buds. And then down below, they're a little bit smaller. And you got to separate those things. And from a person that has spent many hours separating them, it is a pain. So we got this new machine, though, that you kind of lay all the buds out on top. There's different grate sizes. You work the buds over with your hands or a little tool, and it falls in and it separates them into different containers. I'm excited about it, but I know like 4 or 5 manufacturing employees that are just like going to be ecstatic over this thing. So just to test it out, is tomorrow we're going to get 55 pounds delivered. I don't know if you've seen 55 pounds, but if you want to see 55 pounds, come check out the source.cc on IG. Maybe Shawn Bean on IG. Check me out too. Might post a little vid of it. But 55 pounds is a lot, and we're going to sort it all. And supposedly the machine can sort 55 pounds in about an hour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, real deal.
That's amazing.
Yep. So check us out on IG. We got some big things going on in the manufacturing bay. Mostly a bud sorter.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be really sweet.
No, and I'll probably put some pictures on our podcast as well, as well as what the sorter even looks like. So you're saying that? So how much per hour?
I think we could. It says 50 pounds in an hour. Yeah. So I mean.
So what compared?
We got hard workers. So
let's talk about like
how long it would have taken.
Yeah. What would you do? What are we doing in the first place?
You do about a pound an hour if you're sorting.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because you literally handling every single bud, picking it up and putting it into a different pile. So yeah, about an hour a pound, opposed to 50 pounds an hour now.
That's insane.
Jeez.
Yeah, game on.
So before, could we also, like our fellow co-worker, he made kind of a makeshift one in the back already.
Yeah, he went to Walmart. Well, first of all, this is also the same person that entered an isolation tank in a person's basement from last week.
Yes,
just a little backstory. But so we had some pallets out back. So he broke down the pallets, got some wood, went to Walmart, bought some grill grates, made this. I'm going to call it a sled-looking machine for sorting. And it was great. I mean, for throwing it together for $50 and in an afternoon, it worked great. It cannot quite do 50 pounds in an hour, though.
So what are other people doing if they don't have a great? It's literally
by hand. Yep. There's some ones out there that are $150,000 that do it by air. So the buds don't actually touch anything, so they're not aggregated against stuff. Where it'll weigh each bud, and then little puffs of air will move it along the chain into different compartments with the different sizes. We didn't quite go that. We'll get there.
That's 5-year plan.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's cool.
Coming in 2023.
So did it so it just goes on the weight and then just knowing how much it weighs, it just shoots it to the normal thing.
Yep, it's like little straws that shoot air depending on what it weighs into different areas.
How fast does that thing go?
Oh, it goes fast.
What?
Yeah, and then it's also set it and forget it. It's like one of those grills. What was it, George Foreman grills?
Oh, I love the George Foreman grill. What happened to that?
It was a terrible thing.
They're still
the fat would just which is the best part. I would take the Foreman fat and I would pour it back over the top of the meat.
Here's the reason George Foreman. I haven't seen one in
in
5-6 years, but air fryers, because air fryers have taken over the game. It's the best way.
Do you get the fat? Do you get to eat the grease?
Trust me.
Okay.
I'll air fry you a steak.
Air fry something.
I'll bring my air fryer to work to air fry you a steak. 100%.
I would appreciate that.
Maybe tomorrow.
Can we just get an air fryer? You can put frozen pizza, frozen things in there.
Yeah, it's not
and
too
you can put frozen pizza, mini pizzas. in 2 minutes, like completely frozen. You can cook a full chicken in there for like 15 minutes.
Oh, we need one for the break room.
Dude, honestly, it'd be worth it. It'd be worth it.
Yeah, so many things you could actually do with that.
You can do. Yeah.
Next week when we say what's new at the Source is going to be an air fryer.
Yeah, right. What have you made in the air fryer? Oh, bro, let me tell you.
Sometimes we have employees with munchies. I just don't know if an air fryer is great for productivity.
Well,
I'm just coming in with the raw chicken to do chicken wings and shit.
HT, are you on the clock?
On your driving shit. I'm in Santa Maria today, right? Cool. I'm gonna make some wings.
I'm gonna go to the store real quick.
It really is the win. It really is. If you don't have one, get one. They're awesome.
Yeah. No, George Foreman named like 12 of his kids George Foreman. Like he is George, and like the girls are Georgie Foreman or Georgiana Foreman. Yeah. I think it's ridiculous.
All his kids hate him. Okay,
yeah. I mean, I bet not. I mean, they made generational wealth off those George Foreman grills, and plus their name.
What if somebody was like a pacifist though, and then they had to walk around with this name of a fighter for their whole life? Yeah, it could be a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. So this past weekend, I think I want to do the disaster story and then talk about what's awesome after that. So tell us.
Oh, is this?
Tell us. We had an event this weekend that didn't go very well.
So we were doing multiple events for this rock off show thing that was around the county. I'm not really sure all the details on it, but we did. We went out to do this event, and it was supposed to be at Sunken Gardens, which is a location they do a lot of beer events at. It's very open. It's very accepting. And a couple days prior, they switched it to the Atascadero Lake Park. Cool.
Park.
The park is massive, right? This huge park. There's like the lake. There's 2 baseball fields, I think. There's 3 different barbecue areas. There's like a whole nother pavilion there. And mind you, we are selling bongs and pipes and pipe cleaners and papers and pretty much anything paraphernalia. We got it.
With a huge tent covered in weed leaves.
Covered in weed leaves. And they set this event up less than 100 feet from the park. And I got there, and I'm like looking at the situation. I'm like, we can't do this. I don't even think there's got to be some kind of law that says you cannot sell
bongs to kids,
even tobacco paraphernalia that close to a children's park. And there was lots of kids there, mind you. I was families all over the place. Like, I'm just imagining somebody taking a photo and just like shaming us. Yeah, and I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to put us in a situation where that and I don't agree. It made me uncomfortable. I was like, I don't want to be the reason little Timmy sees his first bong.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
We're not setting up a booth in front of Chuck E. Cheese's like for a reason.
Yeah,
we also have a huge Wheel of Fortune spinning wheel at these events that like calls people in to come spin it to win whatever wristbands, lighters, stuff like that. It's
which we ended up having to we got like bags of candy because kids would come up to us at the swap meet and they'd be like, "Can I spin the wheel?" It's like, well, we can't give you
a lighter.
We're not going to give you a lighter or a Source lanyard, but here's this blow pop or gum or something. I don't know.
Tell mom to buy something.
Yeah, exactly. But then you're asking parents from me. You're like, is it okay if your kid spins the wheel? You know what this is, right? Like.
So next time we have an event, let's make sure it's not at a children's park.
Yes, no children's parks.
So I'm glad we made the right decision and
stuck out of that.
Away from that.
Good call. I didn't want to open up IG Sunday morning and be like, well, that looks like that didn't go too well.
Yeah, I was not.
All the local mom Facebook groups, I could see it being a mess.
Needless to say, I think we're going to throw our own next event. Maybe try to put something together, get some people involved. So
I think we could kill it.
Expect a call.
Yeah.
We're gonna want food trucks,
skateboard contest.
Something. And we could totally set up at Sunken Gardens. They do mad amounts of events there, like car show events, like random little rice rocket car show events.
Yeah, who can smoke the most? Who can hold a bong hit in for the longest? I don't know.
That would be so fun.
That would be hilarious. Well, going from the bad to the good, I think I'm jealous where you went. You went up to
Mendocino, baby.
Mendocino.
The Emerald Triangle.
And then what did you get to see there?
Okay, so it was my first trip to the Emerald Triangle. I'd never been there. It was an amazing experience. So as we're heading up there, it's a 7-hour drive. It was a long trek, but we're getting pretty close. We're starting to get into some mountains, and every single billboard was weed related. It was nuts. Then there was like, here's 1 dispensary, here's 2 dispensary, here's 3 dispensary. I mean, there was advertisements on huge billboards for just like growing equipment. It's a
different place.
It's a different world up there. Yeah. I mean, we stopped at a gas station. There's like a 70-year-old woman wearing a shirt with a huge weed leaf on it. And I'm like, God, this place is awesome. So we went on a tour of a few farms. Our name is The Source, so we need to start being the source, starting the cultivation game. So we looked at a few farms, some just regular greenhouses, some hoop houses, different things like that. But our final stop was a brand called Cali Select that we're going to partner with. And what they do is they have environmentally controlled greenhouses. So most people, they put up a greenhouse, they're looking to use the light from the sun to grow, but they can't control the environment inside the greenhouse very well. And especially up there in the mountains where it was 116. It was 116, you got to control the environment completely. So this setup had, big, epic, hard-sided greenhouses. It had like an AC unit. It was actually called a water wall. So imagine a wall that was about 10 feet tall by, I think they were 40 feet wide, the greenhouses were. And it has water that just drips down this wall and a fan that blows from behind it. So it was keeping even it was 116 outside, this water wall was keeping the environment in there at like 78 degrees. It felt beautiful when you walked in.
Weird.
Amazing.
Yeah. They also have a heating system for the wintertime. And then on top of that...
That sounds like a lot of money.
Oh, God. And they have no electricity. They're off the grid. Because up in Mendo, you just find a place up in the mountains. I mean, this is not near humanity.
So he's running off generators?
Generators. Running everything off a generator. He said it was $1,000 a day gas bill, fuel bill, to run his generators. Absolutely. It was crazy. But then to make it even better, though, so again, these are greenhouses, so clear sides, and the concept is harnessing the sun's light, but being able to kind of control the environment. Well, he wanted to take it even another level, so he installed a bunch. I think I want to say it was like 76. I don't know why I remember that number, but 76 LED lights, all like grow lights in the inside of this greenhouse, meaning you're not only harvesting the sun's light, but you're also putting all of this extra light in there whenever the sun's light isn't super strong. It was really epic. With this setup of the lights, and there's also what they call light depth, meaning you can push tarps over to turn it black. So the cannabis plant is very dependent on the photo period, how much sun is out. That's actually what causes when the days get shorter in the fall. That's what causes the plant to flip over and start producing the buds or the flowers. So what this guy has is he has a setup where he can control the dark by pulling all the tarps, which were automatic and really cool, and it completely black the greenhouse out, and he can add artificial light in there. So he can technically grow all year round out of this greenhouse, harvesting what power the sun has, and then controlling the photo periods by making it dark or making it light.
That's insane. That's amazing.
It was such an epic trip.
Incredibly detailed.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we're going to partner with this company. So more to come on this. But they're actually who's delivering 55 pounds tomorrow to be packaged up. It's going to be a pretty epic collab.
That's so wild. That's so cool.
And I think the other day you're telling me that about where you were going and everything. This is pretty unique, this setup, right? Yeah. This is not a lot of people, or if
very few people are doing it. And so there's a few big players in the cannabis game, Glass House, Pacific Stone. They're trying to do this, but they're at such a large scale that they can't. PG&E, the local power company, won't give them enough power to run their lights. So they're getting some of these grow ops off the ground, and they ultimately want to put lights in there, but they don't have the power to push it. This guy's got 7 greenhouses, and he's running on a generator. So he's running lights. He also had a pond on site that he was pulling water from. It's pretty epic. But so back to your point of is that not very many people doing this. This gentleman, David is his name, awesome guy. So
we need him on the pod.
We got to get him on the pod.
That'd be dope.
So just a really quick backstory. been in the weed game for a lot of years. At one point, at his height, he had 3 dispensaries in LA, multiple grow ops. This is pre-legalization. As the feds like to do, they came on a sniffing. So he had his house for sale somewhere just north of LA, and they staged a showing like they wanted to show it, and they bugged it. So
Who bugged it?
The feds.
Oh.
So the feds bugged his house, trying to get him and all of his partners. Fast forward a little bit, they raided him. Of course, he was growing and selling. Like there's no hiding it. He had 3 dispensaries. So, it's going through the court system, and apparently they offered him a plea deal. And they said, hey, if you sign this, that you're going to completely get out of the cannabis game. We're going to lessen your sentence. Actually, going to be no jail time, and you're just going to be on heavy probation and that type of thing. And he wouldn't sign it. So he did 2 years in the federal pen, and then got out, and nobody would touch him in the game because of obviously thinking they still have eyes on him. So he just went in the mountains of Mendocino and has been honing his craft up there ever since. And now he has, in my opinion, one of the most epic grows that I've ever been to. It's on a small scale. It's only 7 greenhouses, but still, 7 greenhouses has multiple thousands of plants in each greenhouse. So he's doing it right.
This is going to be fun to see
incredible.
him grow as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah, more coming on this.
So sweet.
Wow. Just that, and even like the off the grid factor behind
Yeah.
it just adds so much to it when you think about how much they have to go through to like set all that up, keep it going, like take care of it, like
$30,000 a month on gas alone.
Yeah. Hurts. Wow.
And in our economy, shoot, dang.
Yeah, with fuel prices, yeah.
Then paying an arm and a leg
I know,
out there.
if only it went down. If only the gas prices went down.
Man.
So nice. So,
imagine like so him like, and then we'll get going. Why aren't they like on a solar grid, like solar power or doing something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't ask that solar question. I know there's obviously the banking the powers.
Yeah.
Some battery packs for.
And it's all federally done, isn't like all those getting solar powered on big scales?
I think
Yeah,
it would
and
have to-
you can get some kickbacks from it.
Right.
Yeah, you get some kickbacks from it.
So probably.
Yeah, the thing I loved about this guy though is he admitted to me in the first 5 minutes he pointed out like 10 things that he did wrong. That's how you know you have a real dude in front of you when he's like, oh yeah, I screwed this up, I'm going to do it different next time. I screwed this up, I'm going to do it different time. If I could rebuild this whole place, he'd probably do solar or different things like that. And so his mind was always turning about how to get better in the game.
And you respect that because that's somebody
Absolutely.
trying to grow, not
Absolutely.
being complacent.
So homie out there grinding.
That's awesome. Awesome. So the next segment we're going to do it. We got weed current events. The next one is Illinois is most likely going to be the next state to legalize marijuana. What are you guys thinking about that? I think that's awesome.
Yeah, they got a dim controlled state, so it's gonna happen.
That's huge.
The more the merrier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The more people that accept it, the more accepting it will be.
Yep. And then once federal legalization comes, Illinois, you be getting weed from the source. We're
Yeah.
shipping it straight to your
Oh,
house.
not wait that day. It's going to be like how you can get roses or the chocolates for Mother's Day by those big conglomerate that's all they hone in on it.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna be.
No doubt.
Yeah, and like 420 will be like the biggest day of the year for. Oh
Insane.
man, it's gonna be awesome. But that's cool. That's number 11 for America. So
recreational.
for recreational, and then let's keep it rolling, America.
Keep it rolling.
And then I think Shawn, you should talk about this one. The fact that in Antioch, California, there was a little bit of a marijuana bust.
Just a little bit.
Just a
small one.
tiny.
Yeah. So Antioch, which I had to ask how to pronounce a few different times, and I looked up, it's kind of right outside San Francisco. So there was a huge bust in Antioch. I think it was 10,000 indoor plants valued at $7.3 million. And the BCC, the governing body in California, released some photos of the grow. It is epic. You can tell it's in somebody's house. Like one of the pictures is in their bathroom. I mean, they completely gutted the house and there were some bigger rooms in there, but I liked the one in the bathroom where they were growing in the shower and they still had all the shower doors and everything up. But in order to grow inside, obviously you got lights like crazy and a lot of power. So they also posted a picture of the electrical panels.
I'll be putting the pictures on the podcast Instagram, and I'll send it to the Source one because they are crazy pictures.
You got to check these out. So when they wired these lights up, most people would use actual electrical wire, it's called Rollmex that you put in the walls. Nah, these guys just use orange drop cords that you would plug in like an extension cords and wire them into the panel and just strung them along the walls with nails into the other rooms to run all of their grow lights. I mean, if you guys can imagine 1,000 plants, that's just crazy. There was also $23,000 in cash, which doesn't seem that much for being such a big grow, and 6 firearms.
I think that's reasonable.
I felt like it was reasonable too.
And that's just a couple guys having gun. I was really expecting 25.
Yeah, if I had $7.3 million of illegal weed in a house, you better believe I have more than 6 guns in there. I mean, I'm gonna have a whole army sitting outside. But the best part of this whole thing, which was laughing so hard, is me and HT were talking about it. And we brought up the article to check out some of the pictures. And then at the bottom of the article, for some reason they returned down a bunch, but it said no arrests were made during this operation.
I was like, what? How? I don't understand.
Yeah. We knew, so
California's crazy.
Yeah, we're at a loss. We're at a loss for that part.
The electrical work alone. I did electrical for a year and a half and loved doing it. And these panels are just brutal.
The local authorities said that they red tagged the house for code violations, meaning they were uninhabitable. So the guys just didn't go back in and pop up again.
I don't like electricity. I don't trust it. I don't get it. Stuff like that scares me so much.
Just because it's scary.
That is if I'm allergic to bees, I'm allergic to that. I can't. No.
It's crazy.
I can't look at it.
I'll never forget when I first started doing electrical. I was doing Rite Aid in St. Louis, and this guy came up to me. He was a plumber, and he goes, "We need more guys like you." And I'm mind you, this is the first time I've talked to him. He's like, "We need more guys like you." He goes my first week on the job doing electrical, I grabbed the wrong wire. I pissed myself. I walked off the job that day. I was like, "Cool, bro. Nice to meet you, man. So what's your name?" I was like, "What?"
So now he's doing plumbing.
Yeah, 100%. Switched over.
Yeah. little shit water is better than 220 volts.
I saw a video. I'll say this. There was a thunderstorm, and there were 3 people underneath a tree, and the lightning hit the tree, transferred to all 3 of them. So you see each person just drop. They all survived.
Oh.
Yeah, but you can see the electricity as fast as it can transfer to all 3 of them, and they're all standing there and just fall over.
Fainting goat style, stiff.
Yeah.
And just move over.
It's just a crazy thing. That's electricity, man. I'm staying on the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
All the time. We're going to go into Budz talking brands. This week it's going to be a Legion of Bloom. It happened to be Jared's favorite, or one of his favorite vapes that we carry. It's a great brand. Jared's going to jump on in it and tell how great they are.
Yeah, let me start by saying there's a lot of people these days who go out and they want everything to be the healthiest, the most organic, the whatever it is. People are trying to get the best of the best. They want to take care of their body. They want to take care of themselves. As far as cartridges go, these guys are the win. They're fully solventless. They don't add anything to their carts. The oil is made from flower they grow in-house. It's fully natural. The terpenes you're tasting are from that cannabis. It doesn't get any better than them. And not only are their carts top-notch, their packaging is all recyclable. They're trying to give back. They essentially throughout their business, they do a lot more. A lot of people do a surface thing, we do this, we recycle, we whatever. They not only recycle, but they take it to the next level, including the 100% 100% recycled paper and toilet paper. I've never seen 100% recycled toilet paper.
My question is it recycled toilet paper?
It's got to be like
Regular paper. Like, how do you?
paper that's used as. Hopefully, that's the last time it's getting used, but not.
They just get it from the septic tanks and just strain it and then just reuse it.
So I don't know, but like there is a company that does this, and you can look it up. I'm honestly not sure what the name of it was, but they do. They're all their flavors are like really nice. Like I won't name any other companies, but like sometimes you'll buy a cart and you'll get way too much flavor, like overbearing blueberry or overbearing peach, and you're like, I don't even know if I can smoke this.
It's almost like when you get like a name brand candy, they taste away, but when you get like a knockoff, like different trying to bubble
like
gum
that
or blueberry,
artificial
it's
cherry
the
that makes-
bakiness.
Yeah.
You get that a lot with the vape sometimes.
And these none of them. All their flavors are super natural. None of them are overbearing. It's just like you almost can't get a better smoke.
They also recycle all of their rubber gloves that they use in their manufacturing area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
How many rubber gloves did they say they recycled a year? They thought like
it was
30,000, 80,000 rubber gloves.
nitrile gloves in 2021, and they use them to break them down, and they build park benches and tables out of it.
That's pretty epic. That's pretty epic.
Taking something that's single use and making it a full functioning thing is insane. That's just like really awesome.
Yeah, I just want to point out what he said just because it's really important. Is this one of the only companies that one grows their own flower to use in their vape carts, but two uses like only the terpenes that come from that flower and only cannabis derived terpenes, obviously.
Can you maybe explain what a terpene is? Not everybody knows.
Yeah,
But simplify.
Terps is essentially just a flavor or a smell. Like
Right.
it's
in oranges. It's in citrus.
it's in
strawberries.
Everything has
yeah,
terpenes.
Like
Yes.
like all plants have terpenes.
Yeah, so I've been
Didn't
to
mean
a
to put you
few.
on the
I've been
spot there.
I've been to a few manufacturing vape cart manufacturers, and they've opened their terp locker, which looks like a huge like walk-in refrigerator with a bunch of mason jars filled with liquid, and those are terpenes, and they could be from oranges, like you said, or bananas or something like that, and they give it a certain taste and a certain flavor, and then that is what they're mixing in and adding into the carts.
And
Oh wow!
And so they can be adding it in whatever ratio they want.
you go out and you buy like a low shelf cart, and they're like, oh, it's like orange cream. It's not cannabis flavored orange cream. It's orange cream flavored orange
so
cream.
It's distillate with
Got it.
terpenes from non-cannabis derived products, or definitely not from that specific plant. So what separates Legion of Bloom and makes them different is one, they grow the flower, and then when they make the cart, it's made with the terpenes that came from that flower that then is reintroduced into the distillate after
Right.
the process.
They take recycling to another level.
They really do. And then on top of that, they are trying to save the monarchs. They donate money to like for every, I think it's a percentage of every cart that's bought that is a monarch cart goes to the proceeds for monarchs, and then every cart that's bought that's a California sauce cart goes to growing trees.
Love it. And so if you want one of these badass carts, and if you want it in an hour or less, no louder, just order from the source. We'll roll right up with it.
We carry a couple Legion of Bloom products.
We carry quite a few.
Just a little bit. If we're listening to this week for our students, we're doing a little back to school. Cal Poly starting here in San Luis Obispo. If you buy any full gram vape, you get a half gram of Legion of Bloom for free.
We should mention that they did win the Cannabis Cup.
Oh, how many Emerald Cups that they've won. I mean, they just clean house.
Over 10, but they've won 5 top 3 placements in the last 3 years alone.
Yeah.
If I'm putting in football terms, they're kind of like the Patriots of the vape cart game right now. Mm-hmm. They're dominating. They know what they're doing. They have one system, and it's working.
They're the in and out of the fast food chain.
Exactly. They're Chick-fil-A of the Chick game. They're the Playboy of the Playboy game. You know what I mean?
It's legit. It's legit.
Well, I think that's everything. That was a good, quick little episode. Maybe a video connected to this in the near future.
Possibly.
We're working on. Maybe we're on camera. Maybe we're not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Check our
Hi, Daniel.
YouTube. Just if you're interested, just check our YouTube.
Yeah. So saying that, we're going to be on YouTube. The Source SLO. The YouTube will be the